Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. It is April the 30th, 2024, and I am on holiday until Monday. Yay! Okay, looking at this much older toy, this Ironman sort of Formula One car. It's the Mark 6 Red Vortex. I've had this for a long time, haven't unboxed it. I'm doing it now because I'm running out of toys to review. Really, and I've been releasing a video a day for 3-4 years, 5 years maybe, and so I'm trying to keep that up if I can. So we're going to open up this one and have a look. The Iron Man figure is actually loose inside. This is from when? This has got to be from Iron Man 2, so that's going back quite some time. Wheels inside, has some missiles it shoots. It's quite a nice looking car. On the back it shows us that you can sort of, it looks like you can explode. Yeah, fenders blast off for battle mode. It shows the rocket launcher. Car opens like that, and the fenders become jet boosters. That's pretty cool. For Iron Man there. You get an Iron Man helmet. There's initially the Iron Man cycle. Ooh, Iron Racers. That looks like it could have some potential. Okay, I'm kind of looking forward to this. I think there's another one, a sort of a white one, if I recall. Maybe someone can say in the comments if you know about that. I might look for that on eBay or something. Not sure if I'll find it in China, but we'll see. Okay, I'm going to pause this, unbox it, open it up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. Okay, here we are. My wife walked past, goes, oh wow, that's nice. It is a pretty nice looking car. I'm not keen on these parts, which are supposed to come off battle or whatever. They don't come off particularly well. Maybe the spring is older a bit, you know, or something like that. And without it, it looks more like a Formula One car. The figure is terrible. We'll have a look at that in a moment too. But the car is actually pretty nice, and some nice features actually. The way it interacts with the figure is quite good for a kid, and even if you're an adult, but the figure's just like, yeah, ain't good. Anyway, let's get a close look at the figure. And look at his articulation as well. It looks okay, but look, you can visibly see he's got one leg longer than the other. So he leans over to his left, our right. So that's really, really not good. And he's very rubbery. And his articulation is only just all the way around. Forwards, not very far. Backwards, probably better. And his head as well. That's it. And up, down. Not a great figure whatsoever. Yeah. But we'll come back to him in a second. Before we have a look at the car, please consider joining the Patreon link in the top right screen now. You can see all the videos before they're published on YouTube. Exclusive content from time to time. Also, prize draws. You had one just on, which day was it? On Sunday, I think. On Sunday for a Joy Toy Mecha. So that was pretty cool. And someone who won that is very, very happy. Okay, let's get a look at the car. First things first, it freewheels very nicely. Probably freewheel better about these than they do get in the way a bit, but I'm not sure having got the Iron Man face on there and whatnot. And these parts, like I said, almost like a League of Gentlemen look like. I'll be taking them off. The missiles work particularly well, but again, I wouldn't be having on that. I'll be having like a sort of car. It would fit my sci-fi diverse actually, believe it or not, for one part of it. So it's a nice looking car. I might have to look for the other version or versions. Underneath, yeah. No thought into that at all. That's 2010, so that's 14 years old. Hasbro China. But it's pretty nice. Okay, so features. So there's a button at the front here. Sorry, move some stuff. Which if you press that, the side parts are supposed to fly off, but they don't. Because I'm guessing it's old. So if I press that, you see a bit of movement, and then that's it. Okay, one's fallen off, that one falls off. Now that's a much better looking car in my mind. And then you've got a button here that shoots the missiles, and they shoot really quite well. So if I go next to the camera, it shoots both at the same time. Here we go. Wow, that's pretty damn cool. Oops. You know, I might have to do that in slow motion or something. In fact, you know what? Let me stick them back in again. I'm sure I've got a slow motion on this camera. And I'll do it in slow motion, and then we can see. And then we'll get back into normal filming. So, back in an instant. You don't want to miss this. So that was pretty cool, huh? They do shoot out quite fast. Bit more power than perhaps you get in modern toys. Even though this is 14 years old and it shouldn't have been that powerful back then. And then other features. How does it open? This comes up from the back, but this part gets in the way. So you either have to tilt it or just take it out, which it does come out quite easily. You take up there and you can see inside. Actually, a very nice cockpit. The seat is really nice. In fact, if you could find one of these for cheap, it'd be worth buying it just to get that seat out. Let's get a look at that seat. Nice patterning in that seat. Very, very cool. And the steering wheel's a bit nabbed, but it's okay. And also this part comes out. Now, if you're wondering what that button's for, that's just for the button on top. It helps the missile shoot out. So this part here comes out. Somehow he says, there we go. And we'll come back to our figure. This will plug onto our figure like this, I think. No, the other way, sorry. No, that was right. This will plug onto our figure like this. And then these parts are going to be like sort of engines and wings on his backpack for our Iron Man figure. Now, it's made for him, so I don't know if it'll fit other figures so well, because it's just a clip around the waist, not an actual, you know, peg to the back. So it looks pretty cool from the back. On the front, it's just too hollow, but nice feature for kids. Okay, let's take those off again. And I like the fact that you have an engine you can see. Now, it's rudimentary. Bit of paint and some ink in that look pretty cool. The paint work is rough. You can see the silver is bleeding to the red there. So, you know, it's a bit, yeah, that's the other way around here. But if you take it apart and repaint it, that will look pretty nice. Now, in terms of the figure fitting in, he comes with it. He fits super nicely, as you would expect. Look at that. Fantastic. It's open. If I have a quick comparison here compared to my Annex 2179, he is taller, so she will fit in nice, and he's also broader. But I think if we've got some really broad figures, they might struggle. So she sits in nicely. Maybe she sits even a bit too low, if I'm honest. Now that's our hands getting in the way there. Let's get him in side if I can. There we go, that's better. There. You can see that she fits in nicely, but she's going to one side for some reason. There we go. Bit low down for her, but still pretty cool. And then if I try, what should I try? Okay. So I've got here a Soil Ghost figure from Acid Rain World. No head, but this is broad. This is considerably broader than the Iron Man. I think this is not going to fit because of the shoulders. But I may be wrong. Let me make his arms bent in slightly. And then let's get his feet going that way. He's struggling a little bit early. Yeah, he's too broad. So more slender figures are going to fit in this, not your broader ones. Let's put that back down. Let's put this one back down as well. I'm tempted to keep the missiles now because they're so cool. You know, I might do a slow motion one more time in a second going towards the camera. In fact, I'll do that now, in fact, because I think that is really quite cool. Okay, so let's have one more slow motion. See my messy desk here. Okay, let's get ready. Here comes the slow motion. That was very cool. So here we have very nice looking car, sort of Formula One-ish. One person car, obviously. Really bad figure. Can't even stand straight. Can't even stand. The missiles, I'm really not a fan of missiles and toys that shoot, but this is really quite cool. So, you know, I like in this case, and these parts I won't keep on. I think if you can find us at a decent price, this is a great little car for a paint job, you know. You could do it almost in like a black and a JPS, John Player Special, with the cigarettes from Formula 1 a few years ago with Lotus, I think they were. If you're from UK, you know about Formula 1 and Lotus. I think it's going to be a great addition to people's displays and whatnot if it's being painted up. If you like it is an Iron Man sort of stuff, you can. I just thought it's got Stark Industries on the side. What's it got saying about Hammer? Securing the future of America. Why would Tony Stark advertise Hammer? Was that in the movie, him advertising Hammer? Not that I recall. Anyway, great car. I like that a lot. The missiles are great. The figure, this part, don't need. I'm glad I got that. And I've got another Iron Man set to review, which I will review probably after this. So do stay tuned. I'll see you next video soon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.